proton pack is not a toy.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Proton Pack is Not a Toy. My name is Matt, and again we're talking Ghostbusters Afterlife. We are 72 days away from November 19th, and remember, here on the channel we're saying no spoilers, no leaks until November 19th. So this is a safe place for you to go to watch videos where you won't see any spoilers, and I ask that you do the same in the comments. You don't put anything spoilerish or no leaks, nothing in the comments that would constitute either one of those. I do monitor those, and I will delete things if they need to be, but trusting you guys to do the right thing and not put anything on there that would constitute either one, spoiler or leak. Thank you guys for following along with that. So today what I want to talk about is Ghostbusters Afterlife in relationship with Ghostbusters 2. So Ghostbusters 2 is one of my all-time favorite movies. I saw it in theaters with my mom and dad about 6 weeks before my 8th birthday. Just a perfect time in my life for that movie to come out and for me to just be enamored with it. I was too young to see Ghostbusters when it came out in 1984 in the theaters, but I was big into the real Ghostbusters, and just remember seeing the trailer with Dana walking up the steps, looking over her shoulder with the wind blowing, and just thinking, oh, could this be a Ghostbusters movie? And then as it progressed to see it actually was one, just losing my mind, just being so excited that, you know, we were getting another Ghostbusters story. Kind of the way that we kind of feel now. So Ghostbusters 2 has a special place in my heart. I do feel that it is a good movie, standalone by itself, and it's, you know, it gets flack for not being as good as Ghostbusters, but, you know, what movies are as good as Ghostbusters? That's what I usually say to people. With that being said, I would like to see it connected with Ghostbusters Afterlife. Just referenced here or there, stuff in the background, props, people from the movie, just callbacks, references, Easter eggs. Those are the kind of things that we're going to talk about here today on this video. So I'm going to put out some of the things that I think of when I think of Ghostbusters 2 that make it iconic, that separate it from the first movie. If I forget anything, put it in the comments. Anything that you think would be a cool Easter egg or mention, reference, that I forget to put on here. So let's take a look at my list. First of all, anything with a Ghostbusters 2 logo on it. We saw so much of the marketing in the movie where they had the two-finger ghost logo. Here we see the hot beverage thermal mug and the free balloon for the kids. The logo was everywhere. So just something that carries over, something, piece of letterhead or something that just still has that logo on it in the background somewhere would be kind of cool to see in the new movie. A big one is Ecto-1A. I've made a video called the Ecto-1 Conundrum where we talked about whether Ecto-1 and Ecto-1A are different cars or the same car in universe. Not going to get into that here, but it would be cool if they are different cars to see Ecto-1A show up in the movie. The dark uniforms, be they dark gray, dark navy, dark blue, whatever you want to call them. We saw them a lot in the photo shoots that they did for the second movie, and then in the montage. Not a whole lot else, but just to have a different kind of uniform aside from the khaki ones. So will we only see the khaki uniforms in Ghostbusters Afterlife, or will these dark ones show up there as well? Let's talk about the props. The slime blower. Obviously the big one that we remember from Ghostbusters 2, where they use it to animate the Statue of Liberty and then to help defeat Vigo in the museum there in the final battle. Will we see a slime blower just on a table in the underground lab, workshop, whatever you want to call it, in a box somewhere in a corner? You know, just reference somehow. It would be cool to see one on screen in the movie. Another prop that we see in Ghostbusters 2 that I think about is the Geiger-meter. So again, that would be an easy one to just have sitting static on a table somewhere or on a shelf, or the KUD meter that Winston carries around in Ghostbusters 2 in the museum when they're checking out the Vigo painting. It's another option as well. One item that could show up that I don't really expect it to would be the NES Advantage controller that they used to control the Statue of Liberty as it walked around. Don't really expect to see that one, but it'd be kind of funny if we did. And then let's talk about people. What about Oscar? Do you think Oscar is going to show up in this one and be 31, 32 years old? Or just maybe a passing reference to him, or somebody mentions him. How's Oscar doing? You know, that's enough to count. Okay, we've got a Ghostbusters 2 reference here. Is he still ticklish? I wonder. What about the mood slime? Is that still left over? Has it all dried up? How does that stuff, you know, deteriorate over time? Does it still exist? Curious to see if that's even mentioned at all. I don't expect to see the fettuccine painting, but there's always a chance that that would show up somewhere in the background. Be kind of funny if it did. And then any reference to New Year's Eve 1989 or New Year's Day 1990 would be interesting. Maybe in some of these YouTube clips that Phoebe's watching, maybe along with some newsreel footage of the Statue of Liberty walking down the street, or a clip of the commercial from Ghostbusters 2, or maybe even a clip of Peter's TV show, World of the Psychic. Maybe some of those things could show up on the YouTube clips that Phoebe's checking out. Who knows? Just kind of something fun to think about. I'm hoping that beyond just having Raise a Cult, which is what showed up in the second trailer there at the very end, we need a little bit more. I would like to see a little bit more reference to Ghostbusters 2. Don't have to have it, but just to help connect the movies. I don't want to feel like that we're almost completely leapfrogging Ghostbusters 2, because I do think it's a good movie and it deserves to be a part of the trilogy that we're going to have when this is all done. Again, what do you guys think? Post it in the comments. I'll have another video next week. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a good day.